Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second lesson in the pre-intermediate course. The topic is the perfect date. Now, in the West, there's a dating culture where men and women will go out and decide for themselves if they want to stay together for a long time or a short time, or leave it after one date. Now, I know that not in all cultures is there a dating sort of practice. Sometimes parents arrange the marriage for the children. I know in certain parts of India, it's an arranged marriage where parents decide what's best for their children and the parents just sort of go along with it. I wonder what it's like in your culture. Maybe we can talk about that. How much flexibility and independence do you or did you have when you were growing up? Here's an interesting discussion on the daughter is saying, please date my dad. So he is single again. We'll find out. But before we do that, we're going to describe people. Now, this is a very important topic because we always describe people. We form impressions of people, good or bad, positive or negative, but we do form impressions of people. So if we go down here, we're going to look at, we form impressions based on appearance, how they look, and personality, how they are. Are they smiley, sad, angry, direct, calm, energetic? Lots of different personalities and appearances. Now, this is going to be done by the English file. So you've got here, if you look below, you've got this listen and check 113, and you've got these great adjectives that you will use to describe the different people in the picture. So this is going to be very interesting and very helpful for you. You can see the different, everyone, very different people there. Shapes and all, they come in all shapes and sizes. You can see number 8 and number 7 have very different shapes and sizes. Then we go down a little bit, using two adjectives together. So adjectives go in this order: size, style, color. She has long, straight, blonde hair. Let's practice that. Long, straight, blonde hair. He has big brown eyes. I have short, straight, what is it? Brown hair? Sandy color hair? What about you? Describe your hair or your spouse's hair or your friend's hair using 2 or 3 adjectives in the order they suggest. Slim or fat, slim or thin, fat or overweight. Slim and thin are the opposite of fat, but slim is thin in an attractive way. So if someone's slim, they look good. If they're thin, they might be too skinny. Skinny means they're not big enough. Fat is not very polite. Overweight, I use heavy, or you can say a bit round, a bit round. This is a very nice way of saying that. Handsome or beautiful, men are handsome, women are beautiful. Good looking or attractive can be used for both. And this is a really interesting lesson that I might actually discuss in a video. Now we have here again, what does she look like? What is she like? Now this is interesting. If you say, what does she look like? It means her appearance. What is she like can mean appearance, but also personality. What is she like? She's quiet. Yeah, she didn't say much. She's quiet. That's what she's like. What does she look like? She's short, blonde hair. All right, so a bit of a difference there. And you're going to go through and then you're going to listen to the audio file to catch the answers. We've got some great words here. Extrovert. You're going to learn about all these in this exercise. And of course, as you remember, all the answers are down below, so you can check straight away how you're doing. Now let's go ahead, since I'm going to read this a little bit. So how was the date? Now this is for pronunciation practice. So repeat after me. Ready? I'll read a sentence and you can echo or shadow me. It's great for helping you improve your pronunciation. You probably think this is a parent asking the question to their child. How was the date? How was the meeting with the boy or girl? But many children are now helping their single parents find love too. Clint Boucher, a 52-year-old businessman from Reigate, Surrey, got divorced 10 years ago. Divorced means you left, that the marriage is no longer valid. You're now both single. His daughter, 26-year-old Charlotte, doesn't want her dad to end up alone. Her mom is British. Mom, M-O-M, is American English. Remarried, married again, second time, 5 years ago, and Charlotte has a boyfriend. Charlotte and Clint, her father, are very close. They often go out together in the evening, and they're planning a trip to India later in the year, and they're both Bruce Springsteen fans. If you're a fan of someone, you like them a lot. But Charlotte thinks that Clint needs a new partner, and he agrees. My dad is the perfect man, she says. He's warm, generous. Warm means he's very kind. He knows how to look after a woman, so he knows how to treat them. He knows how to behave or act. He knows how to treat a woman. He's a real gentleman. He's always the one who pays on dates. He's romantic and he's fun. I don't mind spending Friday and Saturday nights with my dad, and that says a lot. I'm only 26. Dating in the 21st century is very different from when Clint was young. Internet dating has changed everything. That's true. Some people, including some people on the course, have met their partners online, or you have friends who've met their partners online. We might talk about that if you have an interesting story. I know from last course, there was one girl who met her husband online on a dating site, and they married very quickly. It's difficult now just to walk over to a woman and ask her, can I buy a drink? He says, before, when you met people face to face, there was sometimes a spark, a feeling of romantic destiny. So if there's a spark, that means there's a connection between you and the other person. You don't get that from someone's profile picture online. It's very difficult. Charlotte wrote Clint's dating profile for an online dating website. Clint would like to meet a woman who works, preferably a businesswoman, someone who's independent but funny and clever. He's had several dates, but none of the women were right for him. He and Charlotte are still looking. I'm always hopeful, he says. I really believe that sooner or later I'm going to find the one. The one means the one you spend your life with. All right, there's some pronunciation practice. You can play that again and go over or repeat the difficult passages for you to pronounce. All right, now we have grammar. Let's go through the grammar a little bit. I'm going to help you. I, and then he. So first person, third person, he, she, it. I need a new partner. You need a new partner. He needs a new partner. She needs a new partner. Now let's do a negative. I don't want my dad to end up alone. She doesn't. She doesn't want her dad to end up alone. Now we have a question. What kind of person do you want to meet? What kind of a person does he? So you notice there's an S on a lot of these. He does, she doesn't, the person does he want to meet? So very interesting. And now we have section 2 here, 1B. Now, here's what we're going to do. You're going to repeat after me because you want to practice hearing how we conjugate or use verbs. I'll do this on my, I'm not going to play the audios. We're going to do that with me. I usually work at home. Repeat after me. My brother works in the city center. My parents don't live here. It doesn't often rain here. Do you speak French? Does he like pop music? Yes, I do. No, I don't. I don't speak French. Yes, he does like pop music. No, he doesn't like pop music. All right, we use present simple for things we do every day or every week or every year, or things that are generally true or that always happen. We use don't and doesn't in negative sentences, do and does for questions. And here's how you spell these words. Normally we're adding S, but in different ways. You can see the spelling here. So you can go ahead and look how it's spelled. These are the different categories of how to produce this category here. So work becomes work. Study, we change the Y to IES. You see it right here. With finish, SH, we add ES after these. And so on. You're going to read those in the rules, the spelling rules. These are spelling rules. Now let's do adverbs of frequency. We often go out on Friday night. She doesn't usually study at weekends. I'm never ill. He's always late for work. I hope you're not always late for work. She gets up early. Now, we often use present simple with adverbs of frequency. Always, usually, never, often. By the way, we can say often or often. Both are okay, but generally we say often. That's the most common. All right. Adverbs of frequency go before the main verb, but after the be verb. So I am, that's a be verb, never. So the never comes after the be. I am never, but we often go. So often goes before the verb. Unless it's a be verb, then we put it afterwards. I am often ill. I often go. So positioning is important. Positioning is important. I'm just going to make a note here of that. All right. Now, remember to use a positive verb with never. Never is negative, and in English, we can only have one negative per sentence. I'm never ill. I'm never late. We don't say I'm never not late. I mean, we can, but it's a special circumstance when you say this. And then add expressions of frequency go at the end of the sentence. She gets up early every day. We have classes, English classes twice a week. We have English classes 3 times a week. I think they're pretty intensive, but we're going to learn fast. And now your homework is to do 1B below. And again, we have just 1B, only 1B, and then you have the answers below. Go all the way down, you'll find the answers. All right. Now, next is pronunciation, but that is on you. You're going to do that with the help of the English files, the audio files. So you have those to listen to. And then we have as well more listening. So that's pronunciation. Then we have listening, and you're going to listen. There's a lot to do here. We're not going to do the speaking and writing, so you can skip number 5, but you're going to do the listening for the pronunciation and the listening exercise. And take the pronunciation and listening very seriously, especially listening, because if you understand what people are saying to you, you're more confident when you speak, because you think, okay, I know what they asked and I know what I want to say. So you're a lot more confident. All right, you've got a lot to do. Happy studying, and I'll see you during the live. Bye-bye.